Oh, hello there. Yes. Well, it's still not Easter. Never mind, the sun is out. Yeah, it didn't rain yesterday. Which meant I felt vaguely cheated. I was expecting it to dip it down, and it just didn't. Never mind, I'll enjoy it today. Anyway, yesterday I noticed that Lord Young's boy was jumping up and down about a burning free speech issue. No, not Julian Assange, of course not. But yet another trans case. And it got me thinking because I kind of dimly recall where it came from. Anyway, let's look at this and unpack it. A courageous teacher, sacked for refusing to comply with a young girl's desire to identify as a boy, is set to voice concerns about her welfare at an employment tribunal. Yes, it's not about some religious nutter that can't accept that they're in the wrong. You'd be wrong for thinking that. I certainly am. Anyway, yes, it's actually from something from 2022, which was well reported about a year ago, June 2023, in like the Express and the Telegraph. It's become around rehashed again. Courageous individual that they are, have decided that, yay, they can just spaff through a whole bunch of other people's money in order to try and, well, probably lose again. We'll come back to that. So we got sacked teacher sacked over 8-year-old trans pronouns may have to remortgage house. Oh dear, this is from 2023 when it was ongoing. Council pursuing £14,000 legal fees from presumed former staff member who raised concerns over social transitioning with girl. Yes, except of course it's one of those somebody can't accept that their God or their interpretation of their God might be wrong. So what we have here, right, okay, is well, let's read through this and just take it apart and think about it this logically, all right? A teacher said she'd been repeatedly raised concerns about the pupils' welfare and followed the school's whistleblowing procedure to raise safeguarding concerns. After bringing a claim for judicial review against the school, the teacher was sacked and is now working in a sandwich shop, yes, which is the equivalent to, well, purgatory as far as the Daily Telegraph is concerned. But, you know, the use of the word whistleblowing here doesn't really mean anything. It wasn't a whistleblowing incident. It's somebody who disagreed with what the school was doing and decided to dig their heels in. And if you do slightly more digging, you discover that they originally did comply with what the school wanted because, hey, that's what employees are supposed to do. Yeah, you don't scream blue murder publicly, if you like, one way or another, about things you disagree with. You just suck it up and maybe it's ask the advice of your union, etc. We'll come back to that particular one. The application for a judicial review hearing was rejected on the grounds that she lacks standing to challenge safeguarding failures in relation to an individual child at the school, adding that the school had moved the child to a different class and she was no longer the child's teacher. In other words, yeah, okay, that's it. Right? She doesn't have standing safeguarding. The safeguarding lead looked at it and disagreed with her. End of. Oh no! A High Court judge ordered the teacher to pay the council's legal costs, yes. Which raises an interesting thought because, you see, I'm a member of a union. I don't have a particular sort of deep desire to see my union overthrow capitalism, particularly because the main reason I and most other teachers and members of the union is just in case we get ourselves in difficulty legally and they will legally represent us. Now, what happened here is either A, she wasn't a member of a union, which is probably entirely possible because often these people aren't because, hey, they don't see why they should until it comes to things like this, or B, which I think is a lot more likely, her union just said, no, you haven't got a case. Which, of course, she, according to her and her God, whichever one that is, cannot be. So she decided to pursue it over and over again, and that's why she ended up being sacked. Originally she was compliant, and then she decided to do things which were against the school's safeguarding policy, and at that point she had to go and work in a sandwich shop. Sorry, but that's the way it works, yeah? The teacher is now pursuing an employment tribunal complaint against the council, which she accused of unfair dismissal. Naturally, of course, she was unfairly dismissed. I mean, you know, having been told what, what the law is in court, She can't possibly have done anything other than been unfairly dismissed. The Christian Legal Centre, Natch, which is representing her, said that she'd also accused the council of victimising her for whistleblowing and religious discrimination. Of course it is, of course, because, that's what we do in schools. We're all secular communist Nazis, and that's all we do. We all deliberately seek out those who don't agree with us. Or maybe it is that we actually know our jobs and, we kind of get on with them according to the law as it stands. Something this person doesn't. But of course she's now got once again the weight of the media behind her. Anyway, I will keep an interesting eye out on this one, because I have a feeling it's going to be another one of those cases whereby teacher, having lost another court case, gets invited on GB News and everywhere else gets to have a nice chat with Peter Whistle about how persecuted they are, simply because they know better than everyone else around them. Yeah, amazing, these people, aren't they? Yeah, I'm sure rather than working in a sandwich shop, she could make a living out of it like James Esses does. Perpetual victimhood, because obviously it can't be that they're wrong. It cannot be that they're wrong. Must be the rest of us. I don't know. Can you think of any other groups of people? I mean, imagine if it was, a left-winger who was jumping up and down about such things. Yeah, they wouldn't get the time of day, would they? They'd be regarded as bolshy troublemakers, according to GB News, and Toby Young, and the Free Speech Union, and the Daily Telegraph, and the Daily Express, and the Daily Mail. Because that's what you get. People standing up for principles which are universal, rather than people standing up for principles which are, convenient politically at the moment, because it kicks down on minority, and in particular seeks to single out various individuals and give them grief in a lot of ways. Anyway, enough rambling stuff. It is Monday. I must go. My work here is done. Then I've got to go there and do my work there. And if somebody tells me to suck it up and get on with it, and they're above me, I probably will suck it up and get on with it. I might complain about it, but I won't put anyone at risk by doing so. Anyway, do have a lovely day. Enjoy sun.